episode of Investor's Guide. I'm Avni Raja. This is a show where we help you understand and guide you on how you can manage your money and ensure that your money works for you. Over the last few weeks, we've been talking specifically about mutual funds, and in fact, on the last episode, we focused on how you should or what you should be aware about when you're exiting mutual fund investments. But on today's episode, we're going to focus about on monitoring your mutual fund investments, what you should know, how often should you actually monitor your investments and not to over monitor as well. Yes, that's also a very important part of how you should take care of your investments. And as always, joining me is Feroz Aziz of Anand Rathi Wealth Management. Feroz, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Investor's Guide. And this is an extremely important topic here because this is where even if people, end up choosing the right funds, taking all the efforts that go into choosing the right funds, when it comes to monitoring investments, there can be quite a few stumbling blocks as far as mutual funds are concerned. So what really would your overall guidance be for, telling people about the importance of monitoring mutual fund investments?
Any activity in life which is management driven, if you're trying to manage something, monitoring becomes a very important step. Monitoring is an important step because it helps you course correct. If you've started flying, the pilot is flying an airplane, he's definitely going to keep monitoring. He's not going to take off and wait till it lands. So there is going to be a lot of monitoring needed to reach your destination. And course correction will be needed. So monitoring is an important part of management of money, especially. Point two is when you're monitoring, it's important to have an optimal frequency, not more, not less. If you're going to not monitor it for 2-3 years, then there's a problem. If you're trying to go monitor it every single day, then it's automatically going to be creating more anxiety than it deserves to. So optimal monitoring is the key. The third is what do you monitor? I think that's very important. You have to monitor 3-4 important items in your portfolio on a quarterly basis, which is what is the recommended frequency.
Right. Right, absolutely, Feroz. And of course, the other aspect here is some of the other heads that one should sort of look at while monitoring investments. For example, whether the asset allocation matches one's risk appetite, the investment concentration. So you should, keep monitoring to ensure that you're not overly invested into either a particular sector, either a particular company, or either a particular sort of category of investments. So, for example, equity is the other part. And your own individual investments, your overall goals in life, if, for example, that has changed, that also needs to be taken into account to sort of tweak your mutual fund portfolio as and when necessary, Feroz.
Yes, Avni, there are quite a few moving parts, right? There are external moving parts. Your life is changing. The stage of life you are in will change over periods. So monitoring is to rebalance and recalibrate and come back to a balance because of the changes in the external environment or in your own life and your personal finance status. Point one is when you're looking at your portfolio on a quarterly basis, the first thing to check is whether your asset allocation is correct. Because in certain periods, if equity runs up too much, then as a proportion in your portfolio, you might have more equity than needed. So you'll have to sell some equity and buy debt. So this rebalancing due to change in asset price needs to be done, one. Two is you have to check whether you have concentration. Like you mentioned, Avni, there could be a concentration on a sector, on a specific fund, or a specific asset management company itself. If you have 3 funds of one asset management company and you've been buying month on month, and that becomes a larger proportion. So second thing to check is concentration. The third thing to check is and review is the time left for the goals you set yourself to achieve. For example, if you've set yourself for a 5-year goal and 3 years later, you have just 2 more years left, so you can't be in equity. So you'll have to gradually move from equity to debt. For illustrative purposes, I'm just telling you, as goals come closer, you will have to actually move out from equity and move to debt. So these are the few illustrations of items which need to take emphasis during the monitoring process.
Okay. And finally, Feroz, the importance of monitoring one's portfolio is also something that sort of needs to be highlighted and reiterated possibly, because it not just ensures that you are able to align your entire portfolio with your lifestyle that could perhaps change over time. It also helps you cut off your losses. For example, you can make an improvement on your existing investments as well. And also, most importantly, in fact, it ensures that you're well aware about what is there in your portfolio, what are the investments you have. Because once again, oftentimes we see people invest and then they just don't monitor it. They have no idea, and then years later they see, that either they've made a huge amount of losses or they have not monitored their portfolio properly. So that also shouldn't happen, and this sort of helps form that habit as well.
Yes, I think monitoring is important. Like you said, it helps you remember your portfolio. A regular check keeps you on top of things. It also makes sure that when you're doing a review, I think it's recommended to make sure that the family members are also part of this monitoring exercise. Quite a few times, personal finance becomes so personal that you don't even update your family. It's very important to take everybody along, your dependents along, in that monitoring process, so that the next in line, if there is an eventuality in the family, there are more people aware. So monitoring process should be a rigorous exercise of the entire family and not just the individual who is investing. That's one thing which people miss. And the last point, Avni, like you said, it helps you cut your losses. Quite a few of us get very emotional about instruments which are at loss currently. And the only idea which people think of is to wait till it comes back to green. I think in that process, they get into a vicious cycle with bad performing funds or even stocks for that matter. So being surgical, being pragmatic with instruments which are in loss and not being emotional is also very critical, and monitoring helps you get there.
All right, Feroz, some extremely valuable points there, and I hope that this episode has helped our viewers sort of understand the importance and the necessity to go ahead and always monitor your investments, but not to over-monitor as well, and that's just as important. Thank you, Feroz, for joining us. So we'll be back with a brand new episode of Investor's Guide, and we'll continue our focus on mutual funds. Until then, happy investing.